Dear students, let us discuss the today's newspaper, that is 11th April 2017. The first article at home in India. It is in the context of attacks against the Africans in Greater Noida. So, let me make one statement over here. Diversity has its own economic and social value. It teaches us, it makes us to learn many things. And in this context, the students who are coming from Africa, they are bringing in with them a culture, and also they are carrying a goodwill on India to their countries. So that's why these people become the brand ambassadors over a period of time. The deepening of India-USA relations can be majorly attributed to the educational connections the countries are possessing. Yesterday, you also have seen that Mr. Turnbull was talking about educational connection, knowledge connection between India and Australia. So, the students form these brand ambassadors. So, if you go to United States universities, there is something called at home. It means the students who are coming from abroad, they shall be given an at home feel. So, housing arrangements, food, everything are being made to the cultural traits of these people in these particular universities. But this is missing in the educational institutions in India. And the second thing is, BJP MP, former MP, he made certain remarks against the South Indians. He has apologized for that, and he has expressed his resentments onto the same. So, in this context, we don't discuss much about it. But what I can say is, all the races, especially the Aryan races in India, there is a historical debate from where they have immigrated to India. So, the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilizations, Indus Valley civilization that was existing, was very much different from the Vedic period. So, in the Vedic period, we have seen the Aryans entering into India. That's the historical point which we need to carry. And the next is north-south divisions. These are being dealt by our constitutional scheme and visionary leadership very well till now. If you take the language policy, how India has evolved, how different countries have dealt with the language, we can understand how visionary our leadership was. Let's take Pakistan itself. It has imposed the Urdu, and it led to the Bengali nationalism and finally creation of Bangladesh. When Hindi is supposed to be made as an official language, there was resentment in South, and finally, how the problem was solved reflects the maturity of our leadership and the flexibility of our constitution on these matters. And coming to till the next port of call, we are not going to discuss this, and it is not important for us from the exam perspective. Now, let's talk about these elections, a damning indictment. So, Election Commission of India was given the powers under Article 324 to supervise and manage the elections in the country. And Representation of People's Act, it provides for a legal scheme or legitimacy to the conduct of the elections. So, according to this, any person who is involved with electoral malpractices can be disqualified. And if he is involved with electoral corruption, he can be disqualified for 6 years. So, in this context, not just the electoral corruption, any form of corruption for that matter, it can be disqualified for 6 years plus the period of conviction. So, in RK Nagar by election in Tamil Nadu, there is a huge display of wealth, that is the money power. And in this context, the EC has cancelled the by election over there, and it has given the strong indications that one of the candidate, Mr. Dinakaran, can be, or else he can be disqualified to contest the elections. So, Election Commission of India, it has to strongly reflect its voice and has to clean the democratic process, has to clean this electoral process so that people have the confidence over the democracy. And coming to transformative visit, it is about Sheikh Hasina's visit to India. So, what are the expectations of the Sheikh Hasina's visit? One is Teesta River Water Treaty, but it did not happen. You know that India, Bangladesh have 54 rivers which are flowing in between, and you have Ganga, Brahmaputra, Meghna. After this, fourth largest river was Teesta River, but it did not move forward due to the objections of the West Bengal government. In this context, we have discussed the Article 253 with regard to international agreement. The state governments cannot involve themselves. But however, India being a federal system, the state governments have their own voice on this particular matter. So, if center really wants to move forward, Article 253 provides for necessary power. And next is, India and Bangladesh wanted to sign a defense cooperation agreement, but Ms. Sheikh Hasina was not ready for this, and it has been concluded as an MOU. So, Memorandum of Understanding provides for defense agreements or defense exchanges, high level visits, and also military exercises. And the third thing is the Bangladesh is a power deficit state. And with regard to power, India is agreed to supply 100 megawatts of power from West Bengal. And connectivity was given to importance, and inland waterways are expected to be developed between these two countries. In this case, I want to emphasize this. The land boundary agreement was signed between these two countries. And 1971, India played a crucial role in the creation of the Bangladesh. And in 1975, when the family of Sheikh Hasina was brutally murdered, India became her home. So, in this context, India Bangladesh relations and the agreements, they have the bipartisan support in India. The land boundary agreement was agreed by entire parliament. It was unanimously passed by the parliament. So that shows the strength of the relations between these two countries. And the water sharing agreements have to be taken further to a logical conclusion to strengthen these relations further. Let's get into the mind the treatment gap. You all know the National Mental Health Care Bill is been passed by the Parliament. What are the provisions of the Mental Health Care Bill? The first is every citizen or else every person has a right to get the treatment. There shall not be over or inhumane treatment. Communitization of care over institutional care was emphasized. And then a rights based approach to the treatment is being issued to the people. So, right to access to the treatment, it was aimed to fight against the social stigma, etc. But how practically it is feasible is the question. So, the law is very good in terms of the letter, but how it will be implemented in spirit is the question. So, in this context, you need resources. In the case of the resources, you need human resources and financial resources. If you take human resources for consideration, the number of psychiatrists and nurses, they are very low in India. If you take the psychiatrists, these are around 1.3 psychiatrists for 1 lakh mentally ill patient, and nurses are 0.17%. These are very, very less. And second is, mental health was not given as a due importance in the medical health care in India. And out of the total expenditure of GDP, healthcare itself gets very meager of 1.2%. In this, out of total healthcare bill, not even 1% goes to the mental health care bill, so mental health care. And there's a lot of social stigma associated with mental health care. Inability to handle the mentally ill patients, people leave them at the mental houses, institutions, healthcare institutions. And there's a lot of inhuman treatment, and there's a discrimination based on gender in these mental health care institutions. So, increasing the institutional healthcare facilities and also streamlining the community centric healthcare, rehabilitative healthcare for psychiatric patients is very critical. That's what is this article emphasizes on. A short history of a big deal. This is about Teesta River Water Treaty. So, in this case, in 1983, an agreement was signed in which India and Bangladesh have agreed to share other than 25% of the water, the remaining water at 39-36%. Later, when Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister, India agreed to give 42.5% of the Teesta river water, so 37.5% of the Teesta river water to Bangladesh in the dry season. And the West Bengal had objections to it, and it has fallen till now it did not move forward. That's what is this article talks about. And we have discussed enough on this, and we need not discuss further on to it. Now here, original position. So this is spoken in the context of John Rawls' Wheel of Ignorance. Now, if you see any issue from your original position, it means that without attaching yourself with the existing status, way of life, etc., then the decision will be more protective or more justice and liberty oriented. So, if you take from your today's position, obviously you will be biased towards your existing situation. So, this is what it's been called as Wheel of Ignorance by John Rawls. So, any justice or liberty, these issues shall be seen from the Wheel of Ignorance, from the original position. Now, coming to the front page, Park Court awards death to the Indian. And the international law for in this context will be evolving soon, and we will be talking about on this as the things move forward. Tarun Vijay's racial remarks rock house. So I can say it this way: he has apologized for it, and I can clearly see it as a slip of words if I am not wrong. So in this, probably he has used a wrong choice of words, and he has expressed his feelings about it, and he has said sorry, and then better it has to be left there itself. And one thing is, in a country diverse such as India, it is not the color that matters today. What matters is the knowledge or the connections between the people. And we are, as one single country, are too powerful than the divided people. Next is, there are no much articles in this, and go on to the next page. So US UK call on Putin to rethink support for Syria. You know that chemical weapons are being used in Idlib province, and after that, United States has launched the attacks Tomahawk missiles against the Syrian air base, and Russia, Iran came in support of the Syrian regime. So in this context, US has clearly stated that Assad-free regime and providing for a solution for the Syrian crisis. These are its two agendas. And let us see how the political solution comes up in this context. Russia and Turkey, these have started a peace process on the Syria. Let us see how it will move forward. This we need to understand. Now, I have prepared the notes for you, and it will be available to you at laix.in, Civils Prep. And I know the Civils Prep website might be giving you certain troubles as of now, but soon we will be shifting this towards the laix.in/test prep. So the Hindu videos will be free for you. But any attached courses which we develop, we charge very minimal for you. But however, these videos which I am giving it to you, it will always be free. But we want to streamline the systems, because to buy a small space on the server, it is costing very huge for us. So that's why we want to take that for service and the cost. And we are going to run them on a no loss, no gain basis. Thank you very much. And if you really want to support the cost which we are incurring, try to support it. And one thing I promise you is this: every money you are giving, it will be spent to decipher this examination further. Or every penny you are paying, it will be given a due service for you, and also it will be used to understand how this particular exam can be better understood, what are the patterns in this examination, and the technology is providing new answers to this. And one more thing is, if you are interested or if you want to get these notes, it will be available on laix.in/test prep. Thank you very much. All the best. Bye.